ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
To dogs? I'm not talking to dogs. I'm talking to people. Hello, guys, and welcome back to some more Call of Juarez Gunslinger. This is 6 months before he tells his story, so he's pretty old now. I'm surprised he can do all the same stuff. Kinda crazy. Ooh. Really? The guy right behind him. Oh, right behind him. Oh, boy.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
Oh,
For
my
all you
goodness.
know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others.
But it might
instance,
go on to a new name.
Did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
Yeah, but all of them bandits, though.
I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am.
The heck?
Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after
Nothing.
that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly, it was 1910. Here I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades. Town was falling apart, just like me.
Yep. I'm becoming old. So I guess I'm supposed to go this way? Don't really know where else to go. But dang, really? You hit up there?
But I wasn't about to call it quits.
No, nothing? Okay, so I think. Oh my goodness, why would I shoot the. What I clicked?
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Ooh, secret. Now, how do I go anywhere in this place? Do I just continue to go this way? Then hopefully eventually I'll get to where I'm supposed to go? Oh yeah, okay, it must be this way, right? It can only be this way, I don't see... Oh. Wow. Whoops. Anything in here? Ghost town?
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Oh my, what? Why are they not dying? I'm shooting at them. I don't do any damage anymore, it's so sad. Just call me a geezer. That's not very nice of you. Listen here, what I lost during the years I made up for in experience.
But you obviously prevailed in the sense you're sitting here telling us today.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Yeah, very, very strong ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Or is it because Jack is the guy instead? One of them seems to be Jack, seems to be the one who is most against it.
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I can swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me, guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Fighting
I saw
myself now.
Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Oh my goodness.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Ooh. I'm seeing
Robert
things
Ollinger
still.
appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
That guy again. Oh wait, he teleported to me? I forgot that there's like more of them. I thought it was only that one guy. Do you believe in ghosts? It is. Not really, no. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pow pow. Where are you? Done with the Harden. That goddamn dude again.
But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
To dogs? I'm not talking to dogs. I'm talking to people. You can clearly tell that I'm talking to people, right? Oh my goodness. That's great.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Who else am I fighting here? Curly Bill.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Oh my goodness.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
God dang. How many of these guys do we have to kill?
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought?
Oh my god, too many of them. Too many of them. God damn, how many more do I have to kill? Dang.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The
Who now?
Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd see him alive.
He was alive.
Dang it, seriously? Do I have to fight all of those guys again? Because that was very tough. I do, don't I? Oh, I don't. Okay, good. Come on, faster, 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 faster. No way he can shoot me from all the way over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Who now? Butch Cassidy? Sundance Kid. And Silas Greaves. The good, the bad, and the dead.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
So I'm supposed to shoot both of them? I guess I'm supposed to kill this guy. Did I... What? Did I miss? No way I missed that. That should have hit him, right? No? Was it that bad? Dang you. Why is it I can't focus? Do I really... Am I forced to focus on this guy? I don't know why that is. Now I'm forced to focus on this guy. Wait till it swaps.
Butch Cassidy
There we
and the
go.
Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Gotcha. I think Butch and the Sundance Kid dead. Continue. Finally, okay. And that's in the bar, I guess.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
Oh yeah.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
I mean, called it. Revenge or redemption. I mean, everything points to the story wanting him to find redemption instead of revenge. So let's go redemption.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
That's the tale of Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Damn, that was good. That was way better than I expected it to be. My goodness. Yeah, I have to say that this game kind of blew me away, because when I launched it, I did not expect it to be as good as it is. Honestly, it was way ahead of its time when it came out. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. The gameplay felt good. You can definitely feel a little bit that it's from the 2011-13-ish. I'm pretty sure that was when it was made, 2011. I don't know, but it performs very well on your PC. It looks pretty good for its age. It has a certain cool cowboy aesthetic to it that no other games have had before. The only game I can compare this to is Red Dead Redemption 2. And that came out in 2018. And there are really no other cowboy games that compare to these two if you put them side by side. Now, I'm not saying this is close to Red Dead Redemption 2 quality in terms of world building, characters, everything. But when you played Red Dead Redemption 2 and you play this game, you can see that they have some similarities in how they tackle things. They have the same historical, the Pinkertons in both games. Some famous people. I don't know if they are in Red Dead Redemption 2, but it seems like they might be. And the way he tells the story and things just pop out of nowhere is also very cool. It's very unique. Him telling a story and you playing it out, and then you just kind of play his story as like a bystander, but you can control him, and then you can upgrade him too. Like, again, this game just felt like a game that could come out in... It maybe feels like a game that came out in 2016 is what I'm getting at, but it came out in 2011 or 13. So it definitely were 3 years or 4 or 5 years ahead of its time. I would definitely recommend this. It was actually free not long ago. I said that in the beginning of my Let's Play. Like, maybe it was half a year ago. Well, depending on what you consider long. And I would say if you're really into cowboy games, this is a must play, not a might play or a like, oh, it's just another cowboy game. No, this is the first person cowboy game that I played. If you want a cowboy game that tackles everything but gunplay and action, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the cowboy game to play. So if you run cold in Red Dead Redemption 2, or you don't have the money for Red Dead Redemption 2, if you're really into Western-themed games, this is definitely a must-buy. But if you, on the other hand, don't like first-person combat and want less of a Call of Duty-ish experience, then I would recommend saving up for Red Dead Redemption 2. Because this is pretty much Red Dead Redemption 2 turned Call of Duty, more or less. Not in game mechanics, but in level design, I guess you can say. Whereas Red Dead Redemption 2 takes a calm, open-world approach, this game takes a linear, very action-heavy combat approach. So they're both different in how they tackle things. But all depends on what kind of player you are, though. This one I would say is more casual than Red Dead Redemption 2. But that doesn't mean that people can't enjoy, because the story in this game is actually surprisingly good. Like, honestly. In my books, here in 2022, or in my opinion here in 2022, this game is a 7 out of 10. It stands extremely firm on the 7 out of 10 spot. There's really nothing that it could make it go down or up. The length is actually quite decent. For the money you pay if you were to buy the game. And the voice acting is very, very good. The story is very, very good. The gunplay feels a little bit old, but overall it feels very, very good. It's just a very solid game overall. Not too much really against it or for it. It's just a pretty solid game. It's a game that got its time and it came out without too many bugs. The only issue is actually just making it run on modern hardware. So making it run on my hardware in modern time. There are some programs you can't have open in the background, but besides that, it's all good. And it has very modern settings in it too. And it still looks good. Like I'm just very surprised by how nice it is. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Call of Juarez Gunslinger. I don't know any other Western game like it, pretty much, that tries to go through the same thing as this one. It's very unique, very niche, very fun, I would say. Now give me this game, but co-op and 12 hours long, I'll be willing to pay the normal AAA game price, even if it's a AA or 1A studio or non-A studio or indie or whatever you might call it. That would be so great. just very good, very good. I'm definitely going to be playing through this game again at some point, because again, there's no game like it. I can see myself even recommending this game to my friends if they're interested in a Western-themed first-person game, and they want a cheap one, I guess, and they just want a cool cowboy experience. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the credits, because I actually don't know whether or not it has gone through and redone itself. Game should really stop doing that. It confuses the heck out of me. Because I'm the one person that likes to actually sit through the credits. But it seems like no one else really does that, so I don't know. But then again, thank you to all the people who made this game a reality. It sucks that this series is kind of dead in the water here in 2022, because it could have turned into something very awesome. And I hope they bring it back at some point eventually. That would be so awesome. Because I can only imagine how a game like this would be in 2022 without microtransactions, you know. There will probably be microtransactions. It's Ubisoft. They were doing that in the recent games. It sucks big time. But there are no health bars, really, where you can shoot the enemy more than once in the head unless they're a special kind of enemy. Which I like so much, by the way. You have no idea how much I've missed that from the old days. Just shooting an enemy and them dying is so nice. You know, from actual thing, they should have killed them. But yeah, I'll escape because I don't know whether or not it actually stops. New game plus is now available. Start a new story, retain the unlocked skills and weapons. True West difficulty level is now available. Try going through the story in minimal HUD and extra difficult to get the real Western experience. Honestly, very cool. But yeah, that's also going to be it for this Let's Play. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to see my future Let's Plays. I play through all sort of games. Small, cool games like this, to AAA games like Red Dead Redemption 2, all those kind of games. I plan to play them all, and it's gonna be so much fun. So I hope you guys will join me along for the ride. But yeah, I hope you guys subscribe and like. If you don't, that's fine. But I thank you if you do. Hope to see you in one of the other Let's Plays like I mentioned, and as always, stay awesome.